made me feel absolutely worthless, but I emerged stronger. This is how.
Hello, today we'll talk about overcoming, growing, and finding strength in places you didn't know existed within you. If anyone has ever made you feel worthless, here's what to do to turn your life around. It's what I did, and it worked for me. Number 1. Self-reflection. I spent hours alone, pouring my thoughts into the pages of a leather journal until my hand ached. I asked myself the difficult questions. Why did I give someone else the power to dictate my self-worth? How could I let their cruel words plant seeds of doubt deep in my psyche? This painful self-examination was not easy. It meant revisiting memories I had locked away, moments where their criticism cut into my spirit like shards of glass. But confronting those shadows was necessary to step into the light. I visualized actually planting new seeds in a garden, seeds of self-love, patience, understanding. I tended to them each day, watering them with affirmations and nurturing them through meditation. And slowly, subtly, those seeds began to sprout. Tiny green shoots peeked through the soil, delicate but resilient. They gave me hope that with care and time, I could grow into the person I wanted to be. Number 2. Seeking support. I picked up the phone with shaking hands, finally vocalizing the pain I had kept silent for so long. Calling close friends and family to open up about my struggles was incredibly difficult, but also liberating. Putting my vulnerability into words lightened the immense weight I had carried alone for far too long. I saw how much light others could bring into the darkness I inhabited when I gave them the chance. Coffee shops buzzed with laughter and tears as I unpacked years of hurt with friends who listened with open hearts and no judgment. Hugs from loved ones, though brief, wrapped me in warmth and safety. I also sought professional help. In cozy offices full of lush potted plants, therapists helped me understand myself on a deeper level. Their guidance was invaluable in untangling emotions and building coping tools. For the first time, I felt supported and understood. Number 3. Rediscovering my passions. I asked myself a simple but profound question: what makes me happy? The answer had been buried for years under self-doubt and neglect. I dug deep within, mining my memories for sparks of joy, the activities that made me lose track of time. For me, it was art. So I pursued it wholeheartedly, with a newfound veracity. I turned my room into a canvas. Paints and brushes of every color littered the floor as I lost myself in my creations. With each stroke, rich hues bled into the fibers, staining my hands and clothes. But I didn't care about the mess. This was my escape, a world where I was in control. I reclaimed my passion, and myself. Number 4. Setting boundaries. I practiced drawing lines in the sand and standing firmly on my side. Saying no felt nearly impossible at first. I stuttered and stumbled over the word, feeling selfish. But over time, I found my voice. I realized no was not selfish, it was self-respect. I no longer tolerated mistreatment or abuse just to appease others. My mental health was a priority. I walked away from friendships that felt one-sided, freeing up emotional energy to nurture reciprocal relationships instead. In conversations, I learned to draw gentle boundaries if others crossed into hurtful territory. Whether it was criticism about my looks or just unsolicited advice, I calmly named my limits rather than internalizing anger. Setting boundaries meant honoring my needs while still interacting with compassion. Number 5. Giving back. I discovered the profound power of service. At a local food bank, I started volunteering on weekends, sorting donations and packing boxes for families in need. Standing shoulder to shoulder with others from all walks of life, I felt part of a community. In the eyes of those I helped, I saw familiar pain, the same aimlessness and despair that once filled my own eyes. But I could be a light for them, the way others had been for me. Sharing guidance from my journey helped them find their way too. And lifting up others lifted me in return. I also mentored teens who struggled with issues I had faced, like low self-esteem, toxic relationships, and depression. Opening up came easily to me now, and I knew my advice could steer them down gentler paths. Together we celebrated small wins, like joining a club or making an A on a big test. Their growth constantly reaffirmed my own. Through service, life's purpose came into focus. Volunteering connected me to others who were equally lost and searching. My desire to help them unearth their potential kept me committed to my own healing. I realized that when you pull someone else from darkness, you take another step into the light yourself. Number 6. Embracing physical activity. I laced up my sneakers and took the first steps on a lifelong journey towards self-care. Going from sedentary to active was not easy, but small strides added up over time. Eventually, I built a routine that not only improved my physical health, but my mental health too. Mornings began with yoga as the sunrise filled my bedroom with soft light. I flowed through poses, breathing slowly and clearing cluttered thoughts from my mind. In the evening, I went for long walks through wooded trails. Dappled sunlight shining through the trees filled me with calm. When anxiety surfaced, I went for runs. Pounding the pavement to my favorite pump-up playlist, worries faded with every heavy exhale. Feelings of strength and capability replaced self-doubt with each mile I conquered. On days when depression felt like quicksand, just getting to the gym was an accomplishment. But moving my body, or lifting weights, ultimately lifted my mood. Exercising became my most powerful tool against poor mental health. Number 7. Practicing mindfulness and meditation. I began each morning sitting in stillness, observing my thoughts without judgment as they passed by like clouds. Making mindfulness a daily habit taught me to stay grounded in the present moment. During stressful times, I used meditation techniques to cultivate tranquility. I focused on my breathing, picturing worries exhaling out of my body. Getting lost in the rise and fall of my chest kept me from spiraling into negative thought patterns. Instead of latching onto passing thoughts that reinforced self-criticism or insecurity, I practiced observing them with non-attachment. I came to understand these were just stories my mind was spinning, not truths about my worth. Mindfulness also enabled me to step back and gain perspective during challenging interactions. Rather than immediately reacting to others' words, I gave myself space to respond thoughtfully. It's been a journey of ups and downs. But if there's one thing I've learned, it's that your worth is not defined by someone else's inability to see your value. To anyone out there feeling trapped in a cycle of feeling worthless because of someone else's words or actions, remember, you have the power to break free. Start with one small number, then another, and keep going. Your worth is immense, your potential limitless. If this video resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content like this. Together, let's build a community of support, love, and empowerment. Stay in strength, and I'll see you in the next video.